turn my mic on. Hello, everybody. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's see, what is this genre? This is electro. Electronic. Yeah, and this has got the right feel. Ooh, almost spilled my coffee. Ah, what a disaster. Okay, I need to work on this a little bit. It's a little finite state machine in JavaScript. I believe this is done. I just need a test for it. I guess my positioning is off again. There we go. Perfect. Okay, let me see. Yeah, I just need like a little test of this. Yeah, it's pretty complicated for very little code. Nice. Wow, I'm actually having to... I don't remember how to do JavaScript. think I'll start with just a very simple Actually, hold up. I should already have a test for this. I should just use that. Yeah, okay. I don't know if I'll use Ava. Let's see what we got. Yeah, I won't use Ava for the test. I'll just keep it really simple. Okay. Yeah, just do that. Yep. I suppose I could change those to assert. Okay, let's see if that works. All right. Oh. Oh, I hate Node.js, dude. Like, just grow up. It's been like 10 years and you're still doing ES imports. I guess I gotta make a stupid package.json just to tell it to do modules. I suppose I could move it to an MJS file. Let's see if that works. A load of crap. Let me see if I can just do... There. That solves it. Just again, trying to keep this as minimal as possible, you know? There we go. Alright, cool. Hey, House. No problem. Let me know if you got any questions. I'm kind of lurking myself in a way. What? Oh my god. Oh. We can get all of that. For that. Error handling? Well, if I implement it for you, you don't do it yourself and learn how to do it. Of course not. Do it yourself, man. But ask me if you get stuck. Alright, I guess I gotta move everything to an MJS file. Super duper hate that. Alright, can't import that. Yeah. So it's like a Python error handling. There we go. Okay. Python error handling. So you need to know about assertions. And logging most likely, right? I'm sorry, not assertions, exceptions. So you're going to want to look at exceptions, which is some links. Try out this. Do that first. And then logging is very particular. If this is something that somebody else has made, you have to like kind of improve it. See what logging they have. But exceptions and logging almost always go hand in hand. If they have a logging system, then use that. If they don't, then you need to just start with this one and then see what you can do from there. But everyone has very strong opinions about logging, so just see what they use. And then, oh, for yourself? Yeah, just use that logging. And that should be it. Yeah, exceptions and logging is pretty much the best you can do for a lot of stuff. And then if you want to make the code robust, I'm actually about to write some stuff related to this. Wow, man. I think Python is like the worst language to look for stuff. You just get like tons of garbage. So check out, look for the word, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'll be doing something like similar to that for Python in a blog post, but I might have to write some code that's kind of around that. But those are the two things you want to look at. And I'm imagining your SOAP library is going to throw an exception, and then you want to catch it, log it, and then you have to figure out what to do. Like, do you abort the transaction? Do you send an email? Things like that. Also, are you using tests? Do you have unit tests in your stuff yet? This would be your next move after you get some exceptions going. Get some testing going. PyTest is very good. So read up on those, and then yeah, maybe later today or tomorrow. Yeah. Okay. Well, honestly, like what I would do is I would do exceptions. Learn how to do that around your whatever you're calling with SOAP. Logging. So log whenever you have an exception, and then write your first unit test to actually confirm that exceptions are happening. That's a pretty big project. I'm not sure how capable you are right now, but I think that's like probably a week-long project, maybe more, and then you'll learn tons. Tons and tons. So much good programming stuff. Okay. Okay, let's confirm that we get an error. All right, good enough. That's like just a tiny bit. That's all I wanted was a little bit. Some testing. And then also on that documentation, make sure anytime you read docs for programming, type all the code in. Don't just read it. Actually type the code in. It's kind of the only way to actually learn stuff in programming. All right, I think we're good on that. This one. So let me quit and start again. Oh, wrong thing. Surprised my computer didn't crash. All right. Let me think. I think it's... Yeah, let's do GUI. Let's do a full rebuild. Make sure everything is working. I have my terrible art from yesterday. Okay, and I'll be right back. I totally forgot what that looks like. Actually, I might want to update these colors. Great. Okay, cool. We're back in business. Let's move that there. Alright, do these have hex codes I can grab? They do. Okay, let's go here. $63, $171, $92. All right, yeah, let's do that first. I think I'll do those colors as like a list of values. Yeah, maybe we'll do like a 1 through 9 value list. Value is like a number you can give for how light or dark something is. And since this is monochrome green, yeah, see, that's looking a lot better already. Okay, yeah, let's do a little color system. I think that's a good idea. Let's do here. I think probably darkness. I would just say of level, value level. All right. Then we'll need a vector of colors to pull from. I think I can do that. Let's see if I can throw them here. Can I do const on that? I want vector or array. No, probably array. Because it'll be fixed. It's not going to be a yeah, just 9, so there's a middle. Yeah, that'll be easier. Okay. Yeah, right here. And I think yeah, I should be able to then do SF color. I wonder if I can even just skip that. Let's try it out. No, that's not gonna work. Let's just make the array. Well, it knows that's a SF color. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Oops, what'd I do? Okay, so then oh, I don't want it there. That's the wrong place. Yeah, we'll do it there. Now at, I always have to remember. Yeah, that's the one you want. You always want at. And then we'll, yeah, that's fine. So 0 through 8 gets you your values. Okay. This isn't going to compile. And switching programming languages is rough. My brain's still doing JavaScript. Yeah, I thought so. So weird. Oh yeah, and then that. Alright, and then we'll just vary those so they go from like 0 is darkest, 8 is lightest. Yeah, that'll work. So then I don't need outline. Oh, that's right. That's a default. Hmm. All right, we'll have to modify that after we get values. All right, yeah, so nothing will take a direct color anymore. It'll only take a value. So everything will be consistent. All right, now we just got to go through and take all these colors here, like that. Pick 9 of them, going from dark to light, and plug them in there. And that'll make doing the user interface a lot easier. Okay, let's start with the darkest. I suppose I can show it. So that's that one, and then you go here, RGB 142. Next one, probably that. $929.16. And I could probably load these. And probably that one next. $14.50. Oh. 27. 14.50. 27. Now let me see. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is black. Dark. Dark mid, dark light, mid, light dark, light mid, light light, and white. Okay, great. I suppose I'd probably do it this way. Yeah. Oh, I guess I could actually do named constants too. Yeah. Okay. Alright, so what is white? White is gonna be... Yeah, I don't want it to be actually white. 229, 245, 224. 229. Forgot this middle number already. 245. I can't remember. 245, 224. Okay, so that's white. Mid is probably that one. 65, 70. Okay, cool. So leave that as mid. Okay. Dark, but it's light. It's probably this one. 0, 109, oop, 44. Okay, and that leaves light, dark. Probably that. 88. Oh. 88, 178, 111. Okay, and then light mid. Light mid. Probably that. 131, 202, 132. 131. I always forget the middle number. 202. Ah. 202, 132. Okay. Oh no, that's this here. 131, 202, 132, and then light. It's gonna be probably, let's take a look. Yeah, that. Two 1-8, 2-4, 2-1-3. 1-8, 2-1-3. Okay, so we got that. I could probably do an enum for those. Yeah, I'll have to look at that. What would it be like? It'd be like... Yeah, let's make sure that it starts at 0. I think, but the standard says it has to start at 0. Okay. So then we can look it up by that. It should convert it to a... Oh, sorry. Should convert it to a number. Yeah, so then value... Okay. We'll have to move that to there in order to make that sort of a standard, and yeah, bring that up there. Oh. Where the hell did I just write all that? put them all in the wrong file. Oh no, okay. There we go. So then this can change to a value and done. Okay, let's make sure that compiles. Oh, I need a stretch. I think I need to take up yoga, man. All right, so let's convert outline. Let's move value up. Probably eventually we'll have to have a namespace that's in or something, but not really. Well, what are you looking for specifically? So it sounds like you have a problem, you're trying to solve it some way, and you think you need better error handling. So what is it that you're exactly trying to solve? Like, are you getting an exception from some SOAP call? You don't know what's causing it? Or where it's landing? Ah, okay. Give me 1 second. Let me get this code converted. I want dark or no, I'll do black. Then let's do value light dark. Oh yeah, that makes things way easier. Alright, let's see what that builds. Okay, yeah, I think maybe you are. So, 2 more questions. Is this something that's going to run on a server and you need to know when it crashes? Or is this something that you're kind of just hacking on locally and you just want to see when there's errors? Okay. So most likely, first step is just locally. You just want to do a try around, like here. Let me say this is like your main, right? or whatever you're using to start your script. All right. So inside there, you probably will do this, and then all your code here, except, and then I guess just carry it, catch everything, and then closed it, but then and then log it to a log file. All right. So this is your base. Now remember, my brain is currently C++ out, so go look up what this is, the correct syntax in Python. But this is what we would call pseudocode, right? It's close to what you should type. All right. Get that working. The way you approach problem solving and programming is always do a little bit at a time. Think of it less of like setting up a giant skyscraper in one move, and more of like climbing a mountain very slowly, right? So do a little bit. Just get this working around your whole thing, your whole setup. Then you kind of want to do that same thing anywhere that you're doing something and you need to handle it, right? So let's say you've got like, I'm going to make this up totally out of my head, but soap connect I'm not sure what library you're using, but something like that, right? Okay, you're making some kind of soap call. Now this, when it blows up, will end up going to here, right? And then it'll blow up, and then it'll abort out, and then come down to there. So that's how exceptions work. So the way to think about it is, imagine it's in here. But remember, this is your main function, right? So that's like your whole program is starting. So this code here is actually living in some other function, right? And making your SOAP calls. It's just when it blows up, it's almost as if it happens right here, and then you catch it and you can log it. Right, do you understand? And you might want to prototype this. You might want to do something like this, where you do a def and then throw. Is it throw or raise in Python? Man, you're gonna have to look this up. Yeah, you'll have to correct my Python. Ironic that I have a Python course and my brain can't handle it. But anyways, just whatever basic error it is, and then try this. Okay. Get that working in a little Python file. Raise, right? Okay, yeah. So just get that working in a little Python file, so you know how that works. Okay. Yeah, and you want to just get that working. Then go to the next level. Okay. Okay. And so this will show you how, when this explodes, right? So you're in your main function that you have here, you're calling test except. So your code goes there, and then it runs, oh, this should be a 2. Imagine that's a 2. Then it runs level 2, right? So then it goes there. And when you do raise error, it completely aborts all of that. So the mistake a lot of people think is that your code goes here, but it doesn't. Your code doesn't go here. Your code actually jumps from there all the way to here, right there. So when this raise error happens, you end up there. And this can be like 10, 15 levels deep. If level 2 called something that blew up, which called something that blew up, which called something that blew up, right? So just do this to start. But confirm to yourself, you know, okay, so when there's an error here or deeper, I jump here and I log it. Right? That's step 1. Then what you want to do is you want to find the places. Yeah, they go all the way to the top, to the nearest try catch you have, right? Try except. Now the next thing is, once you have, like, you got your basic logging working, you know that these work like that. The next thing you want to do is find places where you need to recover from an error. Okay. So when this happens, it's a crash. And that's actually a totally valid way to do services. You just need some other service that keeps it running, right? So there's programs, and there's one called God. There's another one, but they basically just keep things working forever. And then they'll email you when things go down and stuff. But if you find a place where you have to recover from it and do some timeout or something like that, that's when you go and you try to catch here. So let's say level 2 is some kind of connection and I need to catch it, but it might throw an exception, right? So then here I do try, except, do the error thing, and then I would log it. And then I'm typing semicolons and stuff. And then you might need to retry it, right? So this is where you're going to get to doing for or maybe a while true, right? So now what do you have to do if you have to catch this error and try it again? Probably you need to do a timeout here. And you also maybe time out for like a second or 2 or 3. There's a thing called exponential back off where you time out for 2 seconds, then 4, then 8, then 16, right? Before you finally give up. And then if it works, right? So if this works, you go here and that breaks out of the while loop, right? Because break aborts the while loop and goes there. Or you could even just return. Imagine it's something like this. So just return the result. That'll exit the while loop. Another thing is while true may not be what you want. So maybe you do a for loop instead, right? So, oh my God, my brain is so C++ now. But I in range 0 to 10, right? So you only do it 10 times and then it's a catastrophic error. So then you can also do something like this, where you go raise. I spelled it like apostrophe. I don't even know how to spell catastrophe. Anyways, I promise I'm good at this. So in this case, right, you run it 4 times, maybe you do a little sleep, and it keeps blowing up. So then you come here and you finally raise one that's, hey, it's completely boned, and then you go down there. Right, you go to that main that's down here. So that's kind of like your levels. It's the first step is a blanket, catch all the errors, log it somewhere, right? Then have something that'll restart your service whenever that happens. And that will start to tell you like, where does it blow up? How does it blow up? Then go to the places where it's exploding and add yourself just like a bit of try catch. Then see if maybe you do a try with a restart, retrying it, until you sort of like have the thing running pretty smoothly, right? Also, if it's blowing up, try to see if it's a bug you have and fix it. That would be the other thing to do. Now, in also in logging, let me see if it does. Yeah, so one of the big things that you really want, and I actually myself don't do this enough, you want to be able to do something where you have a logger that will email you. So a lot of the programs that'll restart, they basically manage another program. Those will actually email you when it crashes. So having it email you a crash log whenever it crashes, that's another thing to look into. But, so going back, first step, just get an understanding of that. And in fact, I'll leave that on the screen for a bit. I'm going to go refresh my tea, so go ahead and type that in, but correct it, because it's probably totally wrong. And then play with exceptions. One of the things that I think people sort of make a mistake with, you want to add exceptions to your system, but you don't know exceptions. So trying to sort out how do I add it to my system and also learn exceptions is too hard. So first, learn exceptions with what we call a spike. So Spike is just like a tiny little hack you do real quick to kind of learn how all this stuff works. You got a little exception, it's got some logging, you're in there just trying it. Then once your Spike is good, you understand it, then go to your system and put an exception in around the whole thing, do the logging, start writing tests and stuff like that. Okay, I'll leave that on there and go get some tea real quick. Okay, yeah, let me know when you're back, but you're basically right. It's a really weird error. It's define. Oh, no, it's not. There we go. Yeah, I think I like this music. This is the genre electro. Let's take a look. Yeah, electronic electro. I don't know. I'm not a big electronic music person, so I'm sure somebody out there is like, really? That's cool. Feel free to educate me. Okay, so, let's see how that looks. Also, see if it doesn't crash. Hey, cool. All right, that's working. So now we just gotta get everything else to kind of adopt the same colors. Okay, cool. I need to be able to say transparent. Okay, so first thing, text. There we go. Let's try light mid. Yeah, that makes it a lot easier to work with the colors like that. At least for me, probably because I'm like a painter already. And also make it easier to reconfigure it for people. They just set their values and then I'm just choosing values from those. Okay, so we want to change that. Yeah, so then we can start messing around with it. Let's do light, light. Yeah, okay. That's looking good. So I think my mid and light mid are like the same. Yeah. I think they're going to be the same, pretty much. Let's see. What do I have for light mid? Yeah, it's probably these. Okay, so I think bumping those down significantly. Alright, making them brighter. Yeah, they're coming out to be pretty much the same. Are they exactly the same? I actually cannot tell. Yeah, they gotta be close to the same. All right, so let's redo those. Okay, so light, dark. Let's say we're gonna go with this. Yeah. That's light, dark. Okay, so that's this one. Okay, and then we'll move this up as well. And then light, light. That's light, dark. I should probably do light, dark. It's more like this one. Now, it has to be distinctly dark. So that's light, dark. Light, mid. Light, light. What do I have for mid? And this is, what, 63 probably? It should be wildly different. Interesting. Okay, we'll make it really obvious. So this is going to be light, light. Okay, so 161, 217, 155. That's light, dark. Light, mid will be this. 199, 233, 192. Okay, and that leaves light, light. Should be this. Two two nine 254. Okay, so that's what I'm using for white. And we can get rid of the numbers. And then for white, you know, we'll just go 255. Well, maybe I can just... Yeah, we'll just go pure white. Okay, try that. Have a seat. That's better. Yeah, nice. So now it's a lot easier to play with colors. Let's try light mid. Now the buttons I'm going to have to change to be a sprite, so I'll just draw those. And that'll be fine. Yeah, it's already looking a lot better. I could probably change the default for text. In fact, I could add that. Hey, Tamatani, how you doing? All right, and then go here. We'll change those around. Let's do light. Okay, cool. Man, just chill out. Not a problem. Oh, oh yeah, what am I doing? Duh. Yep. Drawing is terrible. I need to redo that. Yeah, using values really makes it a lot easier. Yeah, you can change these all around. And I don't need those constants anymore, because I already got a constant. Alright. I don't need this. Okay, so I can get rid of that one and that one. Make these configurable. And, you know, I should... Yeah. Because I'll convert this into a configuration that gets loaded. And I can start messing with it there. It's kind of 2 levels of indirection, but that's fine. And I think this can become const expression now because those are enums. I should probably do box on those. We'll be changing that up. All right. Yeah, let's get these all kind of in there on the spot. Is text color. Right, so that should do all that. Need to pull my green screen down some. Okay. Alright, so now we can start moving the colors around before making a sprite button thing. Yeah, because these are just kind of little placeholders. Okay, cool. So let me think. Yeah, the HP bar, I need to fill that in correctly. All right. I do need a slot for transparent. Yeah. I'm not sure if I can actually just do this. Should work. And 10. And okay, let's see if that works. Okay. So then the HP bar should come back because that was normally transparent. I think it should default to all boxes being transparent. Yeah, that works. Yeah, let's do that. Yeah, it's pretty slick. That'll make it really easy to configure color schemes. Because you just have to pick colors that fit different values, and there you go. Okay, cool. Alright, so the buttons look like junk, but in general that's fine. I could probably change the thickness on the boxes, drop them down some. Yeah, alignment is going to be pretty dicey. But I think I can probably make it work. I think maybe a clock. And let's try a couple of different colors for background here. I think these are too close to the colors in there, so maybe a bit of variation here. Yeah, I might have to go look at some actual programs from the era for a bit of inspiration. Yeah, maybe this could also be that color back there. Alright, let's go see what we got. Alright, so let me see. Oh, wrong one. Alright, Facebox is fine. I need to redo that picture anyways. I think I got another idea to make it a bit nicer. At least get it in the right aspect ratio. Let's go light mid on that. That's transparent. That's dark mid on the button. Yeah, let's try on the stats box. Let's go value, dark, dark. Hey, how's those going? Yeah, it's not bad. I think dark dark could be a little bit darker. Alright, let's make sure it actually works. Ah, interesting. Needs no border on the HP bar, unless we like this. Yeah, you've got it right. I think just first thing is catch exceptions and log it. If it's a server, you want to try to email it to yourself. That's about it. And you definitely want some kind of management thing that manages your services and they can do a lot of that for you. Okay, getting there. Alright, we'll get the Pomodoro timer and get this fixed up. Yeah, let me do I have the option to change the box box thickness? Yeah, okay. fill, outline, thickness. Okay, so fill is no HP bar. Okay, so fill is light mid. Outline is probably just do it light mid as well. Thickness is, yeah, just go with 0. Okay, let's try that. Take some damage. Every time I look at that photo, it's so stupid. Oh, I didn't check in. Alright, that's good. Perfect. Alright. You know, I almost think let's do that, and then let's change the default. Let's try that, just to see what it looks like. And then maybe try to go a little darker. Yeah, I don't know. Nah, I think just mid is good. Probably have to like load this in image editor and screw with it. Okay, and then let's try a slightly different thickness. Or like 5. Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, the box needs to be transparent. Let's try that again. I think thicker box is better, so 10 is probably better. Yeah, I like thicker. Okay, so then I just need buttons. Kind of making our own trash GUI, but it's a pretty simple one to start. Yeah, I like that better. I'll just play with it some. Okay, now these things. Yeah, if we make a sprite, then we can easily ask if a mouse click is within the sprite. Okay, so let's do that. Okay, that takes care of that. Then, let me think for a second. Probably do a countdown timer instead of, yeah, this. Okay. Am I using the clock anywhere? I'm not. Does that build? Inside the try accept? Yes, if it's possible that you can get bad results, then that's fine. But throwing an exception when someone does bad input is usually a bad idea. Exceptions are for things that are like exceptional, right? People typing in bad input is not exceptional. So just do that as like a normal error. But if, let's say, for example, a network connection goes down, that's exceptional. But what's not exceptional is like you do an HTTP call and you get a 404. That's not exceptional. You get 404s all the time. That's just part of the protocol. So throwing exceptions in that case is just a bad idea. It's a return value. It's a result. Right, so I don't even need that. Yeah, I can probably fix those out. Even using this one. Yeah, I'm not even using that. I got rid of the build log. Let's get rid of that. I could... Yeah, let's nuke that for now. Actually, maybe spacebar. Yeah, let's do this. Let's log that. Yeah, maybe spacebar can be used instead of the buttons to start and stop the clock. Okay. That goes away. Awesome. Let's build that. I need to play my game too. All right. All right, let's play it for a bit. Okay, so we should be able to do that. Yep, stop the clock, start the clock. We can keep track of the clock state. Next thing, we need to know the time they started it. Let's look up a timer. So I think SFML has a pretty decent clock system. Let's take a look at that. Yeah. But I think it doesn't have oh, I gotta check the time. Oh, actually, we might have to end soon, folks. Only doing about 2 hours on these. But I will be back at 4. Yeah, so things like if you're doing input, then raising exceptions are really hard to deal with. People messing up input is very common, right? So you don't want it to be an exception. An exception is more for like the database connection exploded, or you inserted invalid data into the database. Another thing is if you can, let me, so let's say you're accepting input for a social number. So let's say it's like SSN equals 555-55-5555, right? Okay. But people will enter that in a lot of different ways. They'll do it like this way, like that. They might get their dashes wrong. So you want to find a way that makes it hard for them to enter it in wrong in the first place. So that's, you know, the first thing. The second thing is whatever you're using to validate it, right? Instead of like if let's say I'm gonna have a function SSN invalid, right? Raise value error. So any code that has to use that, right, can't really deal with it as well. So I would just do let's say this is I guess something like this. Okay. So the reason that this is not the best way to do it is people invalidate their SSNs all the time. And so every time this happens, you have to do this. But if you think about it, this is really an if statement, right? There's only two possible values. It's valid or it's invalid, right? And an exception, an error, is for things that your system shouldn't be. It's like for bad states or bad connections, bad hard drive stuff. It's for exceptional conditions, bad input is not exceptional. That's incredibly common. So it's better if you did something like this. So assuming that SSN invalid just returned, did like a, sorry, there you go. This pseudocode is totally jacked, but you would just return. Yeah, not even that is good. So just assuming that this SSN invalid is some big operation you do, or regex, right? Well, it's going to return true or false. So then this just becomes if, then, and that is a lot easier to deal with, right? Because it's very obvious. It's invalid, it's valid, it's very logical, right? The other way, though, for the positive case, you have to do this. See, and that doesn't make much sense, right? You validate it, and then this just runs, you know? Yeah, so you don't do it that way, right? Instead, do just return that it matched the regex. It's true or false. That's it. Because every place you're going to do that validation is going to look like this. It's going to validate the SSN and then do the thing for when it's valid. When really it's an if statement. If it's valid, then do the thing that's valid. Otherwise, do the thing that for when it's not valid. And I think this is something that when people learn exceptions, they try to use them everywhere. Also, Java people, like, I think it comes from a lot of Java code. Java code just, they use exceptions all the time. Yeah, I see it. I saw it. Yeah, I see your code. And I should look over in there, but no, you really should just do it as yeah, don't do value errors or type errors. Right, because look at your here, let me see if I can load it up. Oops, wrong one. I can't even get it. Anyways, yeah, just looking at the code that you pasted, if you just think about it, right? If not SSN match, well, that's just a Boolean, so just return it. Right? And even then, try exception, even that. You're just basically kind of repeating, making like basically a very janky if statement. If you convert this to using if statements, though, it'll be very logical, it'll make a lot more sense, it'll be a lot easier to deal with. And then just, you know, and also it's because bad SSNs are really not exceptional. Like people typing in bad stuff is not an exceptional condition. Yeah, I think what happens is people find exceptions and they go, oh, so that's for when there's an error. And so then they use it to, yeah, they use it to like for every error. But there's some errors that are more just user interface or soft errors. And that's more logical, right? And then there's some errors that are exceptional. Those are more related to whether your system will be stable. Think about it this way. If it makes your system unstable, then it's a bad error. But if it's something that you can handle, right? You can deal with it and it's just part of the way your system works. Most likely that's intended to be just an if statement. Now the caveat to that, there are some times when, and really you should think about redesigning things, but there are some times when you're like deep in like 5 levels of error handling, and down here there's a mistake you made, sometimes you just gotta raise an exception so that it goes back up here. Sometimes that does happen. But if you run into that, do it to get it to work, and then find a way to kind of clean that up. A lot of times this will involve just doing the checks in stages. So instead of, like imagine each of these boxes are a function. So instead of this function calls that function, that calls that function, that calls that function, instead go this function calls that function, then it calls that function, then it calls that function, calls that function, and at the end, confirm that all the results are correct, or abort at each stage, instead of having function, function, function. Hey, how's it going? How's fall in New York, Yakov? So I gotta think about how to do timers, or a countdown timer. I may have to actually just like hack on just that. So SFML has one. Yeah, I decided I was feeling a little tired because so I'm like, I need some music that's more like coffee. Actually, I need to stand up. Now let me see what we got. This does do elapsed time, but can I format it? Yeah, I can't get that out of it, so that's a problem. Alright, so we gotta use the C++ stuff. Go here. I think I want standard time. I may have to do like a little spike of chrono, that's what it is. Possibly that. So I use an external recording device, and it's kind of hard for me to get it working. But also, I kind of don't like that. I don't know. I try to keep the people who like study my courses safe, so I don't like to show them, you know. But thanks for the follow. I appreciate it. But probably something I could do is like an audio cue. Yeah, so for me it's kind of like a technological thing. I thought about how to do it, and also just more of a... I'm like, you know, whenever I watch streams and it's constant pop-ups, it's very distracting, and I don't want to show people's names. I got a lot of haters out there. Yeah, it's called an ATEM Mini Pro. Let me show you. It's my Blackmagic. It's mixed. Incredibly stable. It can record 4 massively high quality cameras at the exact same time. Yeah, that's so you can see my Vim. See? I type here. But the way it works is you have multiple external cameras, and you can only show one picture-in-picture. So this is a camera here. Yeah. It's not really my input. This is actually streaming. So all of my videos, audio, cameras, they all go into this one device, and then it streams it. Yeah, it's totally for that. So in order to make like the pop-ups come up and stuff, I would have to probably write some software. Yeah, it's just annoying. It would take quite a lot. But I could do audio cues. Something I should work on. Yeah, the Vim input. Okay, so time. Let's look at chrono. So possibly time point. This may take a bit of research. I really should learn how they do this. It is pretty slick. They set this up so that you can write time like this. And it actually works. Creates 100 milliseconds. I kind of should research how they did that. It's pretty smooth. Yeah, this may require me to do a bit of offline research. Time is always a pain in the ass. But I'm betting time point is probably closer to what I want. Or duration? I think I have to get an initial time. Then can you just subtract them? Yeah. Okay, so I think I just grab a time point. Let's see. I do a time point when you start. Okay, they're kind of doing the opposite of what I would do. So this would be a time point when you start the timer. And then a time point for now. And subtract them and print it out. Okay, let me just see if I can just convert this to time point. My Twitter feed on my Twitch page? Oh, is that like a thing that Twitch is pulling, but they don't pull the right stuff? Probably. Well, thanks. I'll check that out. Now, let's get a quick little thing going. Ah, crap. Yeah, it might be like one that's dead or it's pointing at the wrong Twitter. Okay, so we want a time point. Let's see. Let me do this. Yeah, let's do that. Oh wow, that's a lot of typing just to get the time. Okay, so that gives you that. Not sure if format supports that. Let's try it. No, it does not. Oh yeah, that what? June 2023. Okay, so the most likely that tweet is busted, or that plugin is busted. I need a double colon. Okay. Alright, cool. Yeah. Well, can it just take a time point? Alright, maybe. Oh, that worked? No way. Let's try it out. Okay, so then if I grab a time point when it starts... Okay, cool. That's an Amiga floppy drive. It's like a sound I found. It must be doing 4 a.m. Is it GMT? I think it defaults to GMT. Okay, so we got the idea. We just need to do plus 25 on it. Okay, let me update my status. No. Can you imagine if your disk sounded like that? Every time you type, I hear a little bleep. Let me look at my status. Okay, so chrono time point is probably what we need. But I need to know where to. Okay. Alright, cool. Thanks everybody. I'm gonna stop now and then I should be back at 4 p.m. Let me just double check what I said for my schedule. Yes. I'm most likely gonna work on some finite state machine code for Python and maybe C, also design by contract stuff. I'm working on a blog post about those two. So, another, just stop on by, ask me questions if you need help. And then maybe late tonight I might do some painting. Just like maybe some pastels or some oil painting or something like that. Take a break from all the programming stuff. So anyways, thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the music while I shut down.